The last time the Georgetown Hoyas played a Big East opponent on this field, they won the 2018 Big East tournament title. Today, their quest for a fourth straight begins here at home. Today, they square off against the Marquette Golden Eagles with a record of 3-6. The Hoyas 6-2-1 on the year. Hello, everyone. I'm Monica Moore. This should be a great one here today. Georgetown has won the last 5. Let's go ahead and meet our players to watch, starting with the Marquette Golden Eagles. Their goalkeeper, Maddie Henry, is the program's all-time leader in saves. She has already been Big East Goalkeeper of the Week, and they are expecting a fantastic game out of the senior. And for the Hoyas, back in goal, they have the freshman, Anna Leet, who gained a lot of fame as New Zealand's under-17 goalkeeper. She has started the majority of the matches for the Hoyas on the year. It's Marquette versus Georgetown. We'll have your starting lineups coming up next.
Here, we do what others don't.
Dream what others won't. Driven to leap forward, determined to always give back.
Here, we work where giants have played, where the connection of work and ethic is made.
A diverse community possessed with a passion
To know and grow and go and show the world we are prepared to change it. Here, we ask what must be done, for in doing we learn and earn success.
And you can get there from here.
DePaul University. Here, we do.
Welcome back to Shaw Field. Both teams getting ready to take the field. Let's go ahead and meet our starting lineups for both of these two squads, starting with the goalkeeper, Maddie Henry for Marquette, number 0. Then number 2, Emily Hess. Number 7, Bree Yeager. Number 8, Kylie Sprecher. Number 10, Natalie Yass. Number 14, Josie Kelderman. Number 15, Alyssa Bombasino. Number 20, Maddie Monticello. Number 22, Abby Hess. Number 24, Katrina Wetherell. And number 25, Addie Schock. And then for the Hoyas, they start today back in goal. Number 29, Anna Leet. Number 2, Sarah Trissel. Number 3, Jenna Royson. Number 5, Charlie Kern. Number 7, Amanda Carolyn. Number 10, Paula Germino-Watnick. Number 16, Carson Nizelek. Number 23, Megan Nally. Number 25, Julia Lease. Number 27, Kellyanne Livingstone. And number 28, Boo Jackson. Nice look at our head referee for today, Lance Van Heetsma. The assistant referees are Bob Coleman and Chris Whitstadt for this afternoon's competition. And again, Marquette looking to take down Georgetown. These two teams had a very competitive battle last year when they squared off at Marquette. And as we talked about, Marquette has not defeated the Hoyas in the past 5 meetings. Marquette wearing the gold and navy jerseys on the field. The Hoyas are wearing their home gray jerseys. And it will be the Hoyas on the opening kickoff. Sarah Trissel, number 2 for Georgetown. She's one of the captains on the squad for Georgetown. Head coach Dave Nolan. The head coach for Marquette is Marcus Roders. And the Hoyas quickly look up ahead to Carolyn, number 7. She's one of their top targets out on the field, the graduate students. And this is Lease looking to Germino-Watnick. Well defended by the Golden Eagles. That's Josie Kelderman, the freshman, who has been getting a lot of minutes for Marquette. They are very happy with how she's been playing. Once again, Carolyn, she's tripped up. And Georgetown with an early opportunity as we take a look at the keys to the game for the Marquette Golden Eagles. And one of the big ones is maintaining consistency, putting together that full 90 minutes. They also have to defend set pieces. Georgetown is so dangerous with those scoring opportunities. And finally for Marquette, they know they're not going to get a ton of looks at goal. They have to take advantage of the ones that they can earn. So the Hoyas setting up here, a nice look at Maddie Henry back in her goal. Lease, Jermino Watnick, and Nizelek all around the ball for the Hoyas as the Golden Eagles look to line up a four-person wall. You see number 10, Jermino Watnick, and number 25, Julia Lease, in your screen. So Nizelek, now Jermino Watnick, and Henry is there for the Golden Eagles to make the play. She will quickly get the ball over to Addie Schock, who will have a big role back on that defensive line for Marquette this afternoon. Jackson working to keep the ball in play. Great ball by Boo Jackson. Jermino Watnick looking to cross, and she will earn the first corner kick of the afternoon for Georgetown. Let's take a look at the keys to the contest for the Hoyas. A quick start. Georgetown wanting to make a statement early on. Their defense, some of the best offenses we may just see on this corner kick, and Georgetown has the bullseye on their backs as the defending champions. Jermino Watnick not able to connect with any of the Hoyas, and Marquette with a nice clear past the midfield line. And this is Anna Leet, the freshman goalkeeper, quickly looking over to Jackson. Royson making a nice run. Jermino Watnick and Kelderman doing a nice job for Marquette, trying to contain Jermino Watnick. It is a hard task. And as we talked about, Kelderman just a freshman, so this is her first taste of Big East play. Nizelek to Carolyn. And that was Brianna Yeager on defense. We are going to be talking a lot today about this back line for Marquette. Of course, it's Brianna Yeager, who is really the anchor, the experienced player. The left side of the back line for Marquette is a little more experienced. The right side, of course, has the freshman Kelderman. And there is Dave Nolan on the bench, who has had a fantastic career here at Georgetown, and of course his coaching staff, the National Coaching Staff of the Year after Georgetown's big run last year, making it to the semifinals of the College Cup. Lease will play the ball back to Nally, and they look to get Jackson involved once again. And it has really been Josie Kelderman so far in this contest who has had to be very active for the Golden Eagles on that right side. This will be Jackson on the throw. And it has been a physical battle so far. Julia Lease in a battle with Addie Schock. She's the other player over on that right side for Marquette. She is also a freshman for the Golden Eagles. And this will be a goal kick coming up for Maddie Henry. And Henry, who really controls this defense, motioning for her players to move forward. She would certainly like to clear this ball out of the Marquette defensive end of the field for a while. This is Schock with possession. Jermino Watnick looking to pressure. And now Kelderman. Look at Jackson on the takeaway. Trissel coming in with the tackle. And now Wetherell in the middle of the field looking for Sprecher. Sprecher deflected off Livingstone, and it will be a corner kick coming up for the Golden Eagles, their first of the afternoon. And it looks like this will be Hess for Marquette, the senior defender. One of the biggest strengths she brings to this Marquette squad is her consistency. And we talked earlier about taking advantage of opportunities. This is certainly one where Marquette would like to have a good chance, and that was Kelderman. And it will be another corner kick coming up for the Golden Eagles. So this will be Emily Hess again. And that one will be out of bounds. A goal kick coming up for Anna Leet. As we talked about earlier, gained a lot of fame as the goalkeeper for New Zealand's under-17 team in the under-17 World Cup. Helped lead her team to the quarterfinals in that event. Jermino Watnick fouled around the middle of the field, and the Hoyas will push forward. Jermino Watnick having a great senior campaign for Georgetown. Nolly will quickly get the ball to Nizelek. And Marquette looking to clear. Kellyanne Livingstone coming forward for the Hoyas. This is Kelderman on the throw. And we will reset with Josie Kelderman. Looking for Hess, and it will remain with Marquette as they work their way down the sidelines. Livingstone looking for Trissel. Kelderman again in the mix for Marquette. She has been so active. The number of times she has touched the ball so far in this contest. And Marquette certainly battle-tested with the schedule that they've played on the year so far. Playing Michigan, that was a huge win back on September 1st in double overtime. As Monticello. And another nice play by Schock. One of the Golden Eagles down on the ground. Slowly getting back up to her feet. I believe that's Yeager who's going to try to run it off. This is Henry. Lease in a collision. And now Megan Nally working her way back for the Hoyas, looking to clear, looking for Royson. Somehow looked like she was able to keep it in bounds, but a late whistle over on the far sideline. It will be Marquette's throw. Emily Hess on the sidelines for Marquette. And this is Royson again for the Hoyas, the reigning Big East Defensive Player of the Week. And of course, while she won Defensive Player of the Week honors, it's really her offense that has been garnering a lot of attention. 3 goals and an assist on the year so far. Jermino Watnick on the far side looking to work through traffic. Jermino Watnick Henry is there with the save for Marquette. Maddie Henry taking her time. She has played in so many big contests in her career. And of course, you think back again to last year's meeting between these two squads. She had 10 saves in that game, including stopping a penalty kick in the 66th minute taken by Kira Carusa, the graduate student for Georgetown, who transferred in from Stanford, made such an impact for Georgetown in their big run last year in the NCAA tournament. And Leet there for the Hoyas. So this is Anna Leet. As we talked about, has started almost all of the games on the year so far. Had some really nice plays against West Virginia in that contest for Georgetown as Lease is fouled by Addie Schock. And this will be Livingstone for Georgetown, looking to Jermino Watnick. A nice ball by Kelly Ann Livingstone, one of the anchors of that defense, along with Megan Nally and Paula Jermino Watnick. So expertly earns those corner kicks. She is just so smart and so tactical with what she does, and she will take this corner kick. She takes them from the left. Jackson often takes them from the right, and rushing in was Megan Nally. Because again, Georgetown's so dangerous on those set pieces. And Jackson looking to settle. And now Jermino Watnick once again on the near side, showing some fancy footwork. Jermino Watnick deflected. Jackson will take over for the Hoyas through 2 defenders. And no call, it was in the box. And Sprecher looking to clear the ball away. This will be Josie Kelderman once again. And a nice look there at Marquette head coach Marcus Roders, who I had a chance to talk to earlier in the week. And we talked a bit about that consistency that his team is looking for and the fact that they've had some really big wins. They've played some tough competition, but they know it is always a challenge to play Georgetown, particularly here at Shaw Field. Nally was looking for Jermino Watnick, just a little too much on it. It will be a goal kick coming up for Maddie Henry. And Sprecher coming out of the contest. It will be Rachel Johnson to enter the game for Marquette. 5'8" redshirt sophomore out of Omaha, Nebraska. And Henry quickly getting the ball over to Schock. Now she will clear the ball away. Kelderman broken up by Nizelek. Once again, nice coverage by Addie Schock out of Dublin, Ohio. Brings so much height to that position. Carolyn looking to work through the defense, and Henry will come out of her goal to make the play for Marquette. As we get another look here at the contact on the field, the collision between Sarah Trissell and Emily Hess, both number 2 on the roster for their respective teams. This is Royson to Kern. Recently scored a goal for Georgetown. She is one of those other center backs. Another nice run by Jenna Royson. You are going to see her all day long in the mix, offensively, defensively, as she is certainly making a name for herself this year and really playing in this system where Georgetown has Jackson and Royson pushing forward into the midfield, working their way into the offense quite a bit more. Nally, a nice ball. And now Carolyn to Lise, looking for Jermino Watnick. Yeager back on the coverage. Henry looking up to Johnson, and Sarah Trissell continuing to be so active. Lise into the back of the net. Julia Lise, the freshman for the Hoyas, I think may have even surprised herself on that goal. The fans get to their feet on that one by the freshman. She has been such an impact player since setting foot here on the campus. Dave Nolan told me, as you get another nice look here, you see the height on that, and that is one of the ways that you'll have to beat Maddie Henry because she is so good on the ground. And that is number 25 for the Hoyas. So aggressive. She is always 110% out on the field. And now a dangerous moment on the counterattack. Marquette working their way to goal. Abby Hess cleared away by Nally, the preseason Big East Defensive Player of the Year. And I talk about this all the time. One of the most dangerous moments is after a goal has just been scored. And Marquette very hungry for the answer. This is Royson with the throw, looking for Lise. And it will be Georgetown ball. It is an extremely hot day here on the campus of Georgetown University. We will be taking 2 hydration breaks during this contest. One at the 25th minute, one at the 70th minute. Or thereabouts. So a little unseasonably warm as they look for Lise again over on the far sideline. The freshman now with 3 goals and 3 assists on the year. And again, you see Dave Nolan monitoring things on the sideline. So much talent on this Georgetown roster, and really does a great job working all those players in, trying to get some of his younger players' moments out on the field. And with the schedule that Georgetown has played this year, it hasn't always been easy, as they have already made a run through the ACC, squaring off against NC State, Duke, and Virginia. Of course, that big game against West Virginia here at home. This is Lise again, looking for Jermino Watnick. Look how she played that ball just right in front of the feet of Jermino Watnick, who did not even have to change her stride on that run. And now Johnson looking to work the other way. Nally doing what she does so best, cleaning up things on the opposite end of the field. But now Marquette looking to push into their offensive half. Shock. And now Hess will work her way over for the Golden Eagles. Georgetown, often when they play, they own time of possession. And again, that is why one of the keys this afternoon for the Golden Eagles was taking advantage of the chances that they have. Wetherell in a battle with Livingstone. And it will be a throw coming up for Jackson. Carolyn. And it will be Jackson again on the sidelines. She does so many things for Georgetown when you think about the corner kicks, the throws, pushing forward, facilitating. And she is absolutely tireless. Always in the mix. Royson on the far side, working past her defender. Royson looking for Carolyn, cleared away. Sometimes so surprising that Jenna Royson is considered a defender because her offensive skills are so strong in terms of setting up plays and earning her own goal-scoring chances. Jermino Watnick looking to work around Shock. This is Nizelek. Knocked away. And again, just seeing how good Georgetown is at controlling the midfield, controlling time of possession. And it's going to be another corner kick coming up here for Jermino Watnick. They have all been over on this left side. Oh, actually not a corner kick. So it was a foul. Jermino Watnick will move forward a couple yards. And it will be Jermino Watnick for Georgetown, who has had such a tremendous year so far in her senior season, already racking up so many accolades. Jermino Watnick looking for Carolyn. And it will be a goal kick coming up for Maddie Henry. As we get another look there at Carolyn trying to work her way inside. And that was Addie Schock on defense for Marquette. The two freshmen have had to be so active so far in this contest for Marquette. And I have been very impressed with both of them, Kelderman and Schock. For Marcus Roders, again, it has been a learning experience for the two of them. But of course, they're paired up with players like Bree Yeager, such a great player to learn from, and Emily Hess. And Hess looking to send the ball inside. Leet coming out of her goal. And we will get an offsides call. Anna Leet being very aggressive on that one, coming out of net. .22 minutes, 42 seconds remaining in the first half. Georgetown up by 1, courtesy of the freshman, Julia Lease. Nizelek looking to Jermino Watnick. Going past Kelderman, Jermino Watnick, and Henry is there. Lease tripped up. And now Henry on the play for Marquette. Carolyn. And another nice play by Hess. Nally is back for the Hoyas. And that was Hess. And look at the play by Nally. Leet was out of her goal, and Megan Nally coming back on defense to cover. What a play by Megan Nally. She really is the glue on defense for Georgetown. And that was a monster play by the senior. She is on the Mac Herman Award watch list. She is one of the nominees for the Senior Class Award, as is Jermino Watnick, looking to work through traffic. Jermino Watnick off of Brianna Yeager. And it will be a corner kick. This will be the first for Jackson because it will be on that right side. Jermino Watnick, she is so quick and so skilled. Look at the feet withstanding the contact, and that went off Yeager. So this will be Jackson for the Hoyas. And again, just that additional element that she brings to take these corners from the right side. Looking for Kern. And it's going to be another corner kick coming up here for Jackson. Again, Kern, a recent goal scorer off of a corner kick for the Hoyas. And a nice ball knocked away. And now a goal kick. And actually it will be our hydration break coming up for these two squads. 19 minutes, 58 seconds remaining in this first half, as you see Maddie Henry there on your screen, as there has been a lot of action in front of her goal, and certainly what we expected because we knew Georgetown would generate a lot of chances in this first half. And you see there, I believe that's Kelderman getting a little assistance there from the training staff. So let's take a look at Marquette's upcoming schedule as we are in the midst of Big East play. They'll square off against Providence on October 3rd. That will be on the Big East Digital Network. Then on October 6th, they'll square off against Creighton on October 3rd. And then they will square off against Providence before facing Xavier, Creighton, Butler, and DePaul. And you see so many of those games on the Big East Digital Network. Nice look there at Royson and Carolyn on your screen. Royson is number 3, Carolyn number 7. And again, those are two players in the offense for Georgetown that are huge in terms of generating chances for the Hoyas. Anna Leet, the goalkeeper, number 29, and Megan Nally. What a play she just made for the Hoyas, number 23. And you see the leadership, taking control of this huddle, talking things over with her teammates. It's not just the play on the field and leading by example, but really that player in the locker room and on the field, encouraging her teammates, making sure everyone knows where they're supposed to be. And when you have a freshman goalkeeper back in net, that is very important to have a player like Nally. All the fans turning out, including a good delegation from Marquette and a guest from New Zealand. Anna Leet's mother in attendance this afternoon made the trip all the way here to see her daughter's Big East debut. And I know Anna Leet hoping that her mother can see her play many more throughout her career here at Georgetown. That is quite a trip. As Henry getting the ball back in play for Marquette. Shock looking to clear. And Livingstone coming over for the Hoyas. Jackson quickly getting the ball back into play. It has been very tough out on the field as Julia Lease is fouled. And this will be Nizelek, number 16. And actually looks like she will push forward and let Megan Nally come over and take this opportunity. So Megan Nally, number 23 for the Hoyas. A nice ball looking for Lease. And well defended once again by Addie Schock. Hess looking to clear. And just into the contest, I believe that's Caitlin Moon for the Hoyas. Kern looking for Carolyn. Carolyn looking for Lease. Georgetown working so well together, trying to create quality chances, and this will be Moon again on the far side. Jermina Watnick looking to work through the defense. And Jermina Watnick, and actually that's going to be a goal kick, as Jermina Watnick was looking to earn another corner kick, but that's going to be a goal kick coming up for Maddie Henry. When I talked with Marcus Roders earlier in the week, he was talking about how competitive Maddie Henry is up on the field. She hates to give up goals. Of course, very typical of a goalkeeper. The level of leadership, he said, that she brings to their program is so huge. And of course, she has played in these big game moments like today, because both teams looking to get off to a strong start in Big East play. As Alex Campana coming out onto the field. She is another freshman, so getting to see a lot of the freshmen so far for Marquette. Looking to turn is Wetherell. Moon on defense for Georgetown, and Moon will make the play for the Hoyas. She replaced Royson over on the far side. And she has been a reserve that Georgetown has been getting very good minutes from on the year so far. Caitlin Moon, only a sophomore out of Leesburg, Virginia. Fairly local, went to Loudoun County. Already has a goal and an assist on the year, and is another one of those players that can push forward, get back on defense. And now Jenna Mendte will come onto the field for Georgetown. She will replace Jermina Watnick. And talk about a player that adds an extra level for the Hoyas. Jenna Mendte has some of the longest throws I have seen, and she becomes quite a factor when Georgetown gets close to net. Her throws as good as or better than a corner kick. And Jenna Mendte already 3 assists on the year. Marquette with a chance, and Megan Nally could not keep the ball in bounds. Marquette quickly getting things back underway. Looking to clear. And I believe that was a handball called against Marquette. So this will be Anna Leet for the Hoyas. We'll get another look at the call. And now the Hoyas try to work their way downfield. Casey Richards will come into the contest for Boo Jackson. So Dave Nolan getting a number of his reserves in at this point. Marquette has Macy Schock waiting to come into the game, and talk about one of those instant impact players. Macy Schock has been huge for Marquette. This is Mendte. And Maddie Henry is there for the Golden Eagles. Kelderman looking up ahead to Bombasino. And now Richards with possession for the Hoyas, looking to Lease. Lease got a foot on it. And now Mendte looking to reset with Caitlin Moon. Lease again will try another one. Julia Lease has been all over the field today for Georgetown. So look at Caitlin Moon getting the ball inside to Julia Lease. Caitlin Moon has only been on the field for a short period of time, but she has been making an impact as well. So this is Henry on the goal kick for Marquette. Trissel to Carolyn. Now Richards looking to send the ball inside. Looking for Mendte. And Richards will work the ball back to Livingstone, who will call upon her goalkeeper, Anna Leet. Nally, middle of the field. And a smart idea by Megan Nally to switch play over to the far side. Caitlin Moon to Mendte. Cleared away by Yeager. Moon, once again, working through two defenders. And a goal kick coming up for Maddie Henry. But certainly one of the progressions that we've seen for Georgetown, getting more and more quality minutes from reserves off the bench. When you think about players like Caitlin Moon, of course, Casey Richards, who Dave Nolan describes as one of his most technical players out on the field, and of course Mendte as well. Trissel looking for Carolyn. Yeager back on defense for Marquette. Carolyn looks to send the ball inside. And now Moon finds Mendte. Caitlin Moon for the Hoyas on the cross, looking for Lease. And this is Kelderman for Marquette. Yeager, nice look up ahead to Wetherell. And now Johnson will find Yas. Marquette trying to switch ends of the field. Georgetown so quick to the ball. Lease looking for Mendte, and it will be Georgetown's ball. Several more substitutes down on the sideline. Waiting to check in is Devin Liss for Georgetown. But this is going to be Megan Nally once again for the Hoyas. And Megan Nally directing traffic, trying to get her teammates lined up exactly where she wants to see them. Nally, a beautiful ball for the senior. Maddie Henry is there for Marquette. Just another facet of Megan Nally's game. When I was talking with Marcus Roders earlier in the week, he was telling me that's the thing with Georgetown is they have this amazing talent, and those players graduate, and players just seem to step in and fill their roles. Certainly Georgetown losing Caitlin Farrell to graduation, Kira Carusa, who came in for 1 year as the graduate student, and Ariel Scheckman. But players just step into those gaps filled quickly by underclassmen, and that has been the case for the Hoyas. Nally, once again, looking up top to Julia Lease, one of those players who has come in and made such a statement. Carolyn on the cross. And Nally sacrificing to keep the ball down on her team's end of the field. This is Mendte looking for Caitlin Moon. Far side, Moon on the cross. And a goal kick coming up for Maddie Henry. So two of the underclassmen waiting to come in for Georgetown. Sophie Fox, one of the freshmen, and Devin Liss, a sophomore. Nizalek and Carolyn will check out. We will certainly expect to see them back in the second half. Shock on the clear. Wheat will play the ball over to Charlie Kern. And they will switch sides of the field as Moon able to keep possession. Kern once again doing a nice job pushing forward. The ball will remain with the Hoyas. And this is going to be Mendte. The first chance today to see one of these throws by Jenna Mendte. They are quite extraordinary in terms of length and has created a number of good chances for Georgetown on the year so far. So Mendte with the throw. I believe that was Fox that got a piece of it. Nally looking for Mendte. And now Moon looking to reset for the Hoyas. And this will be Mendte again on the throw for the Hoyas, just a little further in than she was last time. And again, these are the throws that we talk about that are about as good as a corner kick. Nally looking to get ahead on it. Richards also in the mix. And that foul will go against the Hoyas. Six minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the half. Mendte on the throw. And you see Richards trying to get a piece of it. That foul on Lease. Livingstone looking to Richards on the near side, and now Richards. This is Liss with possession. Liss trying to work through Kelderman. And another goal kick coming up for Maddie Henry. Coming into the game for Marquette is Erin Johnston, the redshirt junior out of Grays Lake, Illinois. She will replace Katrina Wetherell. Under 6 minutes remaining in this first half. Georgetown up by 1. It was a beautiful goal with a lot of height on it by Julia Lease to get around Maddie Henry. It is easier said than done, and it was the perfect strike by the freshman to put Georgetown on top. And this is Lease. Waiting to check in for Marquette is Madison Burrier at the next opportunity. But an offsides call, and we will get a Marquette possession with 5 minutes remaining. Golden Eagles working the ball around to Kelderman. Trissel coming over to support for the Hoyas. And it will be Georgetown's ball. Megan Nally pushing forward a long way to take this for the Hoyas. And once again, she will line up her teammates. Nally. Henry is there. This is Schock, who had quite a weekend last week, scoring 2 goals, made her first 2 appearances. This is Lease trying to work around Addie Schock. Lease trying to earn the corner kick, and instead it's going to be a Mendte throw. So Mendte on the near side of the field. She is number 6 on your screen. The junior out of New York. And a beautiful throw by Jenna Mendte as Liss looking for Mendte. Under 3 minutes remaining in the half, and finally those substitutes will come in for Marcus Roeder. So Madison Burrier onto the field along with Elena Eckert. And that foul is going to go against Mendte. One of the Golden Eagles still down on the field. It is Burrier who is just into this contest. We'll get a look at the collision. She was just backing in, did not realize, I think, the players behind her. But she looks to be okay. She is a big part of that midfield unit when she's out on the field. They have been trying to develop her play in that midfield unit. Marquette getting the ball over to Yeager, one of the anchors on the defense. We have seen a lot of Yeager on the afternoon so far. And Georgetown having to push back defensively as Macy Schock pushing forward for Marquette. Again, 2 goals last weekend. Played her first 2 matches of the year and made some waves. Bonnie Lacey will come into the contest and replace Josie Kelderman, who I thought has done a fantastic job in the first half, trying to keep players like Paula Germino-Watnick contained, which is a very difficult task. Sophie Fox looking to push forward, cleared away by Emily Hess. And now Burrier looking to find Alex Campana. But Anna Leet is there for the Hoyas. 1 minute remaining in the first half. It has been Georgetown that has owned time of possession. They have had a significant number of shots in this contest, a number of corner kicks. They have done what Georgetown does, but you have to give a lot of credit to Marquette because they have defended a good number of set pieces. They have not allowed Georgetown to score in that way, and they have tried to contain players like Germino-Watnick and Carolyn. Moon pushing forward for the Hoyas as Caitlin Moon will send one inside. Maddie Henry will make the play. And that is going to end our first half of action. Georgetown up by 1. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're watching women's soccer on the Big East Digital Network, presented by SoFi.
Hallelujah.
And this is just one night. You should see what we do during the day. Marquette University. Be the difference.
Welcome back to Shaw Field. Georgetown up by 1 at the half. Let's take a quick break and see our halftime update with Megan Caffrey.
Welcome into the Big East Fall Sports Update. I'm Megan Caffrey. There's so much to get into today with conference play gearing up for volleyball and women's soccer. We'll also recap a really exciting opening weekend for men's soccer. However, first, we'll start with field hockey, who also got into league action this past week as well. Two teams are in the top 15 in the nation's polls this week, with UConn climbing back up to number 3 after the Huskies' overtime win over then the 6th-ranked Princeton Tigers, and Liberty also checks in this week at number 13. Now, if you wanted action and excitement on your Friday night, BE football certainly did not disappoint. I was watching all of the games. There were 9 goals in 5 matches. Excitement all over the place as we take a look here at the big winners of the weekend. St. John's, Georgetown, Providence, and Creighton all coming out on top. Now let's take a look closer at the top 20 showdown that was in Queens on Friday night. Belson Stadium was absolutely rocking. They had a record crowd, the most since 2014. The Johnnies were trailing 1-0 at the half, and then they came back scoring all 3 goals in the second as they took the 3-1 victory over Xavier. St. John's first win over a ranked opponent this season. 2 of St. John's goals coming from Nico Petridis. Now, 2 of the teams who did lose in their Big East openers were able to bounce back as Marquette and Butler capped off a 7-2 non-conference week for the Big East, with the Golden Eagles beating Wisconsin and then Butler taking on the 5th-ranked Indiana Hoosiers at the Selleck Bowl. The Dogs win 2-1. Brandon Gould and Jack Hayward come up with the goals. But the real story here was Gabriel Georgi in net. He had 5 saves on the night, including this huge one right here early in the 17th minute. On this penalty kick, he said, nope, not getting in. And the Dogs hand Indiana their first loss of the season. And get this, this was Indiana's only their 5th non-conference loss in the last 6 years. So a huge feather in the cap for the Bulldogs as they advance to 4-3 on the season. And as we look ahead to conference play this week, the Bulldogs have another top 10 opponent with the 9th-ranked St. John's Red Storm. Now let's turn to women's soccer. Women's soccer conference play starts up this weekend. However, before we go forward, let's take a look back at some of the really big non-conference wins that the Big East put up, with Villanova knocking off 24th-ranked LSU, DePaul beating number 11 Kansas, and then Georgetown, who was ranked 15th at the time, they took down the 23rd-ranked West Virginia squad. Now let's look here at all of the matchups that we have to get into action this week. And then on Sunday, Xavier takes on Villanova. The Musketeers also had a great non-conference performance as I sat down with senior forward Samantha Dewey and asked how her team is going to keep that momentum riding into conference play.
The Xavier Musketeers wrap up their non-conference slate with a 6-match unbeaten streak, their longest since 2013, as I now welcome in the Big East preseason Offensive Player of the Year, Samantha Dewey. Samantha, how was your team so successful through the non-conference this year?
I think that we set some goals before the season, and one of those goals was to do well in our non-conference, and I think that we played some teams that we maybe not seen before, and that gave us a good challenge. And I think throughout the non-conference season, we were able to learn from the things that we didn't necessarily do well. We gave up some goals at the beginning of the season, so we wanted to fix that. And I think the 5 straight shutouts were a testament to that.
Last season, your team finished a program best 4th in the Big East. So what specifically are the Musketeers building off of this season that you've seen already through the non-conference?
I think that we have this togetherness that we've really just built in our program, and the more together that we play, the better we play. And so I think just building that team camaraderie and finding that collective energy, building into the Big East. And then obviously the Big East is a tough conference, one of the best in the country. And so if you want to be the best, you got to compete against the best. And so that's kind of our motto, continuing to build on a program that wasn't super successful when we first got here. And now to see where we are and see the growth is just really rewarding and just super cool to be a part of.
Conference play kicks up this weekend as your team will take on Villanova on the road. Sam, your team is 5-1-1 away from home this year. How have you guys become road warriors?
Yeah, I think that was part of the method behind the madness that the coaches really were preaching to us beforehand. Like, we're gonna have a tough non-conference slate, and not only is it gonna be tough, like we're playing on the road, you guys are gonna be on the bus a lot, but I think we've really embraced those challenges and made it our own. Like, just coming together on the bus, coming together on trips, and really being intentional about getting to know your teammates, getting to know what makes them, tick. And I think that we've really put it together on the road and done what we've needed to do and get wins.
Samantha Dewey, thank you so much for joining me. She will be carb loading before her game on Sunday against Villanova at 1 o'clock. You can catch that on the Big East Digital Network. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you so much for having me.
Now let's check in with John Fanta, who's got more on Big East women's volleyball as they get into conference play.
Thanks, Megan. There's 2 top 15 teams in the nation out of Big East volleyball. Creighton, who is the reigning conference champion, they're ranked number 14. And it's the Marquette Golden Eagles, a program first in the top 10. They come in at number 10 this week, and they swept away Butler in their conference opener behind Allie Barber, who had 13 kills. In other Big East volleyball action, Xavier, they rallied past DePaul in a 5-set thriller. And coming up this weekend, 14th-ranked Creighton Blue Jays, they'll welcome in Villanova. That's 8 Eastern time, Friday night on the Big East Digital Network. Going back to Marquette, a number 10 ranking nationally, and for this Golden Eagles squad, they know they've achieved a lot. Best start since 1997, but there's a greater goal in mind.
We've been knocking accomplishments down left and right, and I think that that's huge for us, and I think that one that I know we really want as a group is the Big East title, and I think that we haven't won it since I've been here, and it would be a great way to close out an incredible list of accomplishments, and I think that it's huge to have it here. I mean, your home court advantage, the facility, you're not sleeping in a hotel, you have your own crowd. Like, it's huge, it's massive, and I think that it's going to be super beneficial for us, and regardless, it'll be a ton of fun. So I'm excited for it for sure.
Yeah, we're excited to host. I mean, we love the opportunity to be at home. A lot of our families will be here Thanksgiving weekend. We need the volleyball community to be around Thanksgiving weekend. In terms of us trying to knock off Creighton is something, we've been striving for. Certainly, we talked to the seniors after we got the win at Wisconsin, and I was so happy to get to see them accomplish that in their career. And then I said that the Big East Championship would be the next piece, as I would love to see your senior class, after coming so close in many occasions, be able to achieve that and let those guys walk out of here on a high note.
Thanks so much for watching the Big East Fall Sports Update. Enjoy the second half of your game.
Hallelujah.
And this is just one night. You should see what we do during the day. Marquette University. Be the difference.
It is halftime here at Shaw Field. Georgetown up by 1. The Hoyas coming out of the locker room, getting ready for the second half. Let's go ahead and take a look at our statistics for the first half. And it was all Georgetown. As you take a look, Georgetown with 8 shots, 6 of those on goal, 3 corner kicks. And you see the big goal by Julia Lease for the Golden Eagles. Maddie Henry had 5 saves in that opening period. Marquette earned 2 corners of their own, and you see the fouls a little lopsided. Golden Eagles 7, Georgetown 3. And let's revisit our keys for this contest, starting with the Golden Eagles. And we talked about that consistency, certainly something that Marcus Roders is looking for, and they're going to have that again in the second half. Defending set pieces, something they did very well, and that will have to continue. And then taking advantage of opportunities, we saw that few and far between. They're going to have to get a good look to try to get past Anna Lee back in goal. And for the Hoyas, that quick start they got on the scoreboard. Julia Lease, that shot from about 30 yards out, unassisted. It was a big-time goal for the freshman. The defense as offense, we've seen that defense push forward on a lot of the set pieces. They've been dangerous, and the bullseye on their backs. There's a lot of pressure on Georgetown in the Big East. We talked about the fact they're the 3-time defending Big East tournament champions. They're the 2-time defending regular season champions. Everyone looking to take down Georgetown, and especially here on Shaw Field. We'll take another quick break. We'll be right back. You're watching the Big East Digital Network, presented by SoFi.
Here, we do what others don't.
Dream what others won't, driven to leap forward, determined to always give back.
Here, we work where giants have played, where the connection of work and ethic is made.
A diverse community possessed with a passion
To know and grow and go and show the world we are prepared to change it. Here, we ask what must be done, for in doing we learn and earn success.
and you can get there from here.
DePaul University. Here, we do.
ahead and revisit our players to watch for these two teams. It is an elite for Georgetown. Did not face a lot of action during the first half, but again, Marquette is looking for the equalizer, so you will look for them to try to have a couple more good looks at goal before this one is said and done. And Maddie Henry for Marquette had that one goal scored in the first period. Battle tested. Again, she is that experienced goalkeeper in big game situations, had 10 saves against Michigan earlier this year, and of course had 10 saves last year when these two teams squared off. It will be Marquette with the opening kickoff to get things back underway in our second half. And again, we are anticipating another hydration break at some point during this second period, because it is unseasonably warm here today in the Washington, D.C. metro area. There is Jermino Watnick and Julia Leafs as well, number 25, your goal scorer on the afternoon. And we are back in action, Marquette with possession. And this is Kelderman back out on the field for Marcus Roders. Jackson will take over for the Hoyas. She is back as well in a battle with Kelderman. Jackson looking for the cross. And it will be a goal kick coming up for Maddie Henry. But you see how opportunistic Georgetown is. Just about 35 seconds into this second half, and they are already down, trying to create a chance in front of the goal. Jackson will take the throw for Georgetown on the far side. Both Jackson and Royson back on the field for the Hoyas. And in fact, Dave Nolan with his starters back on the field to start this second half. Kelderman looking to head the other way, looking for Sprecher. This is Lease for the Hoyas. And that was deflected by Abby Hess, who is a very speedy player out on the pitch, very athletic. She can be a big target for Marquette if they can get her a chance. She is 5'10". Royson pushing forward for the Hoyas, looking up ahead to Jermino Watnick, and Kelderman once again looking to break things up for the Golden Eagles. She is going to be huge in the future for Marquette. And particularly understanding that Brianna Yeager is a graduate student. Emily Hess is a senior. This is Nally for the Hoyas, over to Royson. Royson on the near side. And now Lease with the ball. Good defense by Yeager. And Jermino Watnick looking around, seeing if there was anyone close to the ball. And this one will remain with the Hoyas quickly. Jermino Watnick looking to get the ball back into play, looking for Jackson. Jackson through the defense. Carolyn in the back of the net. What an assist from Boo Jackson, the sophomore, who has been a facilitator on the year. That's the 5th assist on the season for Jackson as she finds Carolyn with the finish. And that is what Carolyn has done all year long. She has 6 goals on the season, 3 assists as well. And Amanda Carolyn, the super senior, as she calls herself, she is one of the graduate students. What a career she has had. It has been hampered with injury. And Amanda Carolyn bringing all that experience for the Hoyas. Just the perfect touch on the ball and into the back of the net. So now the Hoyas with a little bit of insurance in this second half. And this is, of course, a Marquette team that has struggled a bit to find offense, as the official talking things over with Julia Lease. But again, Marquette struggling a bit this year to find their offense. But close to their goal. And this is Natalie Yass looking to send the ball inside. And it will be a corner kick. What an answer by the Golden Eagles, as Katrina Wetherell heading over to the right side to take this opportunity. Of course, Wetherell, all freshman team last year in the Big East. She is such a technical player, has that great vision and that attacking mindset. One of the big reasons she was so successful is that one, again, to the inside of the goal. And this will be Anna Leet on the goal kick for Georgetown. So it was Julia Lease who scored the first for the Hoyas in the first half. Amanda Carolyn trying to add some insurance courtesy of Boo Jackson. Charlie Kern on the clear for the Hoyas. Sprecher looking to get the ball quickly back in play. And now Lease looking to turn, sending the ball upfield. Jermino Watnick racing downfield. Yeager back on defense for the Golden Eagles. Jermino Watnick looking to work past Yeager, and Schock coming over on the coverage. That is Addie Schock, number 25 in your screen. Take a look at the defense by the freshman as Jermino Watnick tries to work around Yeager, and Schock comes over and makes the play. Maddie Henry on the goal kick. I certainly think that has been a massive bright spot in this contest. Those two freshmen. This is Lease for the Hoyas, one of the goal scorers on the afternoon. Lease looking for Carolyn. Now Trissel cleared away by Kelderman. Nice ball up ahead, looking for Bombasino. And now Livingstone on the play for the Hoyas. Monticello over to Hess. And now Carolyn with possession for Georgetown. Just scored a goal that deflected by Yeager. Kern looking to send the ball forward. Meanwhile, Wetherell looking to settle, and she will send the ball back to Henry. Good pressure by Nally. And now Kelderman looking up ahead. Bombasino trying to get Abby Hess involved. Kelderman again looking for Bombasino in the center of the field. Now Monticello. Nice idea, looking for Abby Hess, and that will be to the outside of the goal. But a good chance created for Marquette, as you see Dave Nolan in your screen. You see Marcus Roders as well in the gold shirt. And this is Anna Leet for the Hoyas, the freshman goalkeeper on the goal kick. So we talked about really massive shoes to try to fill this year. Ariel Scheckman, graduating, had transferred in from UCLA. was that steady, consistent player day in and day out. The Hoyas knew they could count on, would always make the play. Nizelek with possession, looking to Royson, who has all that pace out on the field, and it will be Marquette's ball. Carolyn for the Hoyas. Carolyn with the cross. And a nice clear by Katrina Wetherell. Trissel. Royson somehow sneaks the ball through. Henry is there. What a play by Jenna Royson. Somehow she's still going to get a piece of that through two defenders. But Maddie Henry is there for Marquette. Hess trying to send the ball the other way. But the Hoyas just so quick to the ball. They win so many of the 50-50 balls. And this is Carolyn once again in a race with Yeager. The battle of the graduate students, the battle of the number 7 out on the field. And this is going to be a throw coming up for Jenna Royson. She will find Lise. Just unlucky off her knee. So Emily Hess will take over for Marquette. Lise on the cross, looking for Carolyn. And Rachel Johnson on the sidelines waiting to check in for Marcus Roders at the next opportunity. This is Bombasino. And they are going to call Rachel Johnson onto the field. Number 23, she's going to replace Katrina Wetherell. Bombasino looking to turn. Livingstone is there for the Hoyas. And this will be a throw coming up for Jackson. Livingstone not able to settle it. Now Abby Hess for the Golden Eagles. Look at that recovery by Kelly and Livingstone. And you have to love how Josie Kelderman just stepped to the ball. The freshman. Again, she has been an absolute standout to me today. She has faced a lot of action. She has been so steady, and Julia Lease is fouled. So Georgetown will push forward. So Nally is pushing forward. Looks like Nizelek will take this. Nally and Kern have both pushed forward along with Livingstone. So a lot of that Georgetown defense, they're going to leave Jackson back along with Trissel. There is Megan Nally on your screen, number 23 in gray, as Carson Nizelek prepares to take this chance for the Hoyas. Nizelek Livingstone trying to work her way inside. And several substitutes coming in for Marquette. Aaron Johnston back on the field along with Alex Campana also back on the field. As you see Kellyanne Livingstone in your screen, now Kylie Sprecher coming off the field. And Bombasina will also exit. Once again, Maddie Henry will get involved for Marquette. Kern looking up ahead to Jermino Watnick. And now Livingstone looking for Carolyn. Kelderman in a foot race with Nizelek. And this will be a throw coming up as you see Kelderman and that speed. And all the contact out on the field. And that will sum up what it is like in the Big East to play women's soccer. It is so competitive. All these battles hard fought. And this is Jermino Watnick for the Hoyas. Number 10, looking through to Carolyn. Maddie Henry again comes sliding out of her goal. The goalkeeper just expertly handling the situation. As we get another look at Maddie Henry coming out, taking over for the Golden Eagles. Livingstone to Carolyn. And another unlucky touch for the Hoyas. Maya Fernandez-Powell waiting to check in for the Hoyas at the next chance. This is Lise to Jermino Watnick. Jermino Watnick looking for Carolyn. And Maddie Henry comes out of her goal. And then in the air is Maddie Henry. Let's get another look here. Jermino Watnick looking for Carolyn. The deflection by Henry, and then Henry will win the ball in the air. She has had to be so involved today. Certainly she expected that. She has faced the Hoyas a number of times in her career. She is very familiar with what it takes as Fernandez-Powell comes out for the Hoyas, and Bonnie Lacey comes back on the field for Josie Kelderman, who I have been extremely impressed with on the afternoon. And she will get a high five from her head coach, Marcus Roders, as she heads to the bench. And now the Hoyas will get the ball back in play. This will be Nally for Georgetown. Surveying her options. Does not look happy with what she's seeing. "28 minutes, 6 seconds remaining in this contest. The Big East opener for both of these teams. And you see both of our head coaches in your screen there. Dave Nolan with the hat with the G for Georgetown on it. Marcus Roders wearing the golden t-shirt for Marquette. Royson pushing the ball up the field. This will be Jermino Watnick on the throw, looking for Fernandez-Powell. And a throw coming up for Charlie Kern. Golden Eagles looking to settle. And an errant pass. Jermino Watnick looks to take advantage for the Hoyas. Jermino Watnick finds Nizelek. Broken up by Alex Campana. Nice play by the freshman. And it will be Georgetown ball. And it looks like this will be Livingstone, who will look up ahead to Jackson. Now Nally. To Nizelek. Now Trissel, who I got to talk about with Dave Nolan earlier in the week. He told me she is boringly consistent with a laugh, but really the point of that statement that she does not get all the accolades she should is a nice ball by Sarah Trissel. And he said that when she is off the field, you certainly notice, because she's another one of those glue pieces for the Hoyas. She holds this whole thing together. Jermina Watnick, all 5'3" of Jermina Watnick trying to get ahead on that ball for the Hoyas. Number 10 on your screen. Take a look. One of the smallest players on the field reaching forward. The heart of a lion, Jermina Watnick. And so technical. One of the players that's the most fun to watch. A lot of the young players who come to these Georgetown games, so excited to see the footwork of Paula Jermina Watnick, really something to aspire to in their game. And it will be Georgetown's ball. And this will be Jackson over on the far side to take this throw for the Hoyas. Jermina Watnick in the middle of the field looking for Fernandez Powell. Fernandez Powell, Henry is there. We're going to get another look here. Jermina Watnick with the ball. This is Fernandez Powell on the strike. Maddie Henry to take over, but I believe we got an offsides call. And a couple substitutes waiting to check in for Marcus Roders. Both Madison Burrier and Maggie Lena, both on the sideline. Hess in a battle with Jermina Watnick. And that foul will go against Jermina Watnick. Yeager will take this for Marquette. Johnston looking to play the ball forward, and Leet will come out for the Hoyas. So Anna Leet advancing forward. Abby Hess coming over to pressure for Marquette. And those substitutes will finally check in. So again, it's Madison Burrier and Maggie Lena checking in. Abby Hess will come out, as will Natalie Yass, as you see Jenna Royson on your screen. Caitlin Moon checking in for the Hoyas. Carolyn looking to turn. A nice ball up ahead to Jermina Watnick with the cross. And Lacey looks to clear for the Golden Eagles. Nizelek looking to get the ball back into play. Carolyn. Fernandez Powell will chip one up into the air. Maddie Henry there for the Golden Eagles. Another nice look there at the goalkeeper for Marquette, who has been under fire all afternoon long. Marquette looking to advance forward. Maggie Lena doing some nice work for the Golden Eagles. And coming onto the field is Mary Kate Simon for the first time. She will replace Addie Schock. Addie Schock and Macy Schock, such a good story. The sisters being such impact players for Marquette this year. And Leet there for the Hoyas. And Anna Leet will get the ball back into play for Georgetown. Trissel coming up to cover. Kern looking for Carolyn. Jermina Watnick somehow able to hang on to possession. And now Kern switching sides, trying to, but intercepted by Rachel Johnson. Johnson, nice ball to Lena. Marquette working their way into dangerous territory, and we will have the hydration break out on the field with about 20 minutes, 7 seconds remaining in this second half. Georgetown up by 2. Let's take a look at what is up next for the Golden Eagles. On October 3rd, they will square off against Providence. Again, that one will be on the Big East Digital Network. Then they will play Creighton also at home before they'll head to St. John's and then Seton Hall, finishing up the month of October against Villanova and Xavier. And then the upcoming schedule for the Georgetown Hoyas. They will play Villanova on Thursday. That will be on the network. Then they will head to Providence before coming back home here to Shaw Field to play Xavier on the 10th and then Creighton on the 13th. They wrap up their month with Butler and DePaul. Both of those games, the last 3 in fact, on that schedule on the Big East Digital Network. And you get a nice look here at the beautiful day and the great fan support here at Shaw Field for this contest. Again, a little warm for the end of September, but these fans really getting to enjoy a great game. It's always a lot of fun when Marquette and Georgetown square off. Again, they've played each other 12 times in this rivalry. So 20 minutes, 7 seconds remaining. The Hoyas up by 2. Megan Nally on your screen. She had that big play in the first half when Anna Leet was out of her goal and Megan Nally came over. She made the team save. And she has been absolutely outstanding. And what you notice as you see her on camera during a lot of these breaks in these huddles is her talking to her teammates, really being that voice, that senior leadership out of Megan Nally. And we talked about she is on that Mac Herman Award watch list. She and Paula Germino Watnick were also nominated for that senior class award. To be eligible for that award, student athletes have to have notable achievements in community, classroom, character, and competition. It is a huge honor, and again, Georgetown, one of the schools that has 2 nominees. It tells you so much about Paula Germino Watnick, so much about Megan Nally. Mendte now on the field for the Hoyas, number 6. As Germino Watnick looking to get the ball up ahead, and Maddie Henry calling off her defenders, taking control once again. She has been very vocal on the afternoon, directing traffic, talking to her defense. Again, she's kind of got that mismatch where she has the experienced left side, the inexperienced right side. But really a very solid performance today by both Kelderman and Addie Schock, locking down that right side. Jermino Watnick over to Moon. Moon looking to cross, looking for Mendte. And this will be a throw coming up for number 6, Jenna Mendte, the junior, who had that great freshman year. Really made some big waves as we get a huge throw headed away. And it's going to be a corner kick coming up for Paula Jermino Watnick, number 10. So Jermino Watnick will take the corner kick once again. Nice ball. Nolly getting ahead on it. What a chance for the Hoyas. Unbelievable. Again, on these set pieces, let's take another look. Jermino Watnick, Nolly got the head on it. And that was Emily Hess coming over to defend. What a defensive play by Emily Hess, the senior. And I believe that was Richards on the second chance for the Hoyas. Leet out of her goal, and again, one of her defenders, it's Trissel, coming over on the play. Leet out of her goal. A collision. And now Moon looking up ahead. Hess will get back to her feet as we take another look here. As you see Leet coming out of her goal, she deflects it. But a collision. And it will be a foul against Georgetown. They will set up a two-person wall. It's going to be Moon and Jermino Watnick. And this will be Emily Hess coming over to take this chance. Hess, what a beautiful ball by Hess, but Leet is there in the air for the Hoyas. So Anna Leet, perhaps one of the most close-range opportunities that Marquette has had today. She has been very aggressive, has gotten into a little trouble on some of these plays today. Her defenders, Sarah Trissel and Megan Nally, those seniors having to come over to support. Jermino Watnick looking to get there. Maddie Henry once again making a big play. And Paula Jermino Watnick on this throw. As we get another look here. Yeager doing a nice job defensively. This will be Mendte on the throw for Georgetown. The junior. Lease getting ahead on it. Sending it inside was Richards. And this is Henry for Marquette. Just over 15 minutes remaining in the contest. Livingstone. And now Simon heading the other way. She will hand off. And Leet once again coming out for the Hoyas. So Anna Leet, the freshman goalkeeper, looking to preserve the shutout. Meanwhile, Marquette trying to create some chances late in this contest. Caitlin Moon on the near side with possession, working past Hess. And a nice takeaway by Monticello. And Leach will come out once again and play the ball up ahead to Richards. Casey Richards, one of the seniors, looking to Lease. And another big play by Yeager. Lease over to Moon on the near side. Moon with the cross, cleared away by Yeager. And it will be a throw coming up for Jenna Mendte. Some nice help by her teammate there, Boo Jackson. She had the ball waiting on Jenna Mendte as she came over to the sideline. Mendte with the throw. Richards got ahead on it. Nally got ahead on it as well. And Lease trying to get in the mix. Trissel punched over the net by Henry. Sarah Trissel. A goal and 3 assists on the year. A number of chances. That was Richards, then Nally. Lease trying to get involved, and look at Trissel on the strike. Has to be punched away. If not for Maddie Henry, that would have been in the back of the net. The corner by Jermino Watnick. Nally trying again. Nally and Lease on these corner kicks. It is unbelievable. And you see Nally on your screen. The effort that those two players expend to try to get ahead on the ball, it is just unbelievable. So Katrina Wetherell will come back onto the field. She has played a lot of minutes in this competition for Marquette, and they will get her back in as we get another look here at Wetherell. Only a sophomore. Again, so many exciting young players on this roster for Marcus Rotors when you think about Wetherell and both of the Shocks, Addie and Macy. I've talked so much about Josie Kelderman. I could not be more impressed with that freshman. And a couple of freshman goalkeepers on the roster too, as Charlie Kern, and the official's going to call that a no call. Marquette was looking for a foul call. Mendte looking to head the other way, and now Moon. Georgetown just continuing to own time of possession. Mendte. And Henry will keep the ball in play as Mendte will come pressure Maddie Henry, so she will pick up the ball. And a couple of youth soccer players here today. I see them waiting to get autographs with posters and pens when this one concludes. Mendte looking to cross for Jermino Watnick. And this will be a corner kick coming up for Paula Jermino Watnick. Take another look. This is Jenna Mendte for the Hoyas and Paula Jermino Watnick. We talked about it earlier. All 5'3" of Paula Jermino Watnick. She literally plays 7 feet tall out on the soccer field. This is Jermino Watnick on the corner. Cleared away by the defense. Livingstone. Broken up by Rachel Johnson. Now Wetherell. Jermino Watnick once again looking to work past Monticello. Jermino Watnick with the cross, looking for Jenna Mendte. Under 10 minutes remaining. And more substitutes will come in for Marcus Rotors. Macy Schock, Natalie Yass, and Alyssa Bombasino all back on the field. And it looks like Amanda Carolyn heading over to check in at the next chance for the Hoyas. Carolyn already with a goal on the afternoon for Georgetown. Nizelek sending the ball over, looking for Moon. And that was Monticello on defense. She is still on the ground as we'll have an official stoppage right here. Maddie Monticello slow to get to her feet. Looks like Monticello is okay, and we will resume. As you see Monticello, number 20 on your screen. That will give Carolyn a chance to check back in. Jermina Watnick will come out. What an effort Paula Jermina Watnick has left on this soccer field here today. It is just extraordinary to see her play game in and game out. Nally with the header! Megan Nally somehow continuing to get her head on those balls. Unbelievable. It's going to be another Georgetown corner. This will be Casey Richards. Since Jermina Watnick out, watch number 23 on your screen right there. Past the goalkeeper. What a play by Mary Kate Simon. Nally again. Lise Henry with the save. And into the back of the net, I believe that's Carolyn. For her second of the afternoon. Amanda Carolyn. How many Hoyas touched that ball? What a play. Let's get another look. What a play. Amanda Carolyn, the graduate student, she has 2 on the day. She has 7 on the year. Nally. Then Nally again. And Carolyn into the back of the net. What a day for Amanda Carolyn. And again, if you follow Georgetown soccer, if you are familiar with her career, you have watched her struggle through injuries. And to see her have this season as the graduate student, the leader, the super senior on this squad for Georgetown. And it looks like Jermina Watnick waiting to check back in for the Hoyas. I imagine Carolyn may be coming back out after her afternoon to a huge round of applause from the Georgetown fans. Macy Schock trying to press forward, knocked away by Livingstone. And it will be a throw coming up for Schock. She'll find Simon. And now a goal kick for Anna Leet. Marcus Roders continuing to send substitutes over. Mara Weaver set to check in for the first time on the afternoon at the next chance. Madeline Warren also over. Looks like we're going to get a goalkeeper change as well, as Mel McNamara lining up. Henry will knock the ball away. So 5 substitutes waiting to come in for Marcus Roders. And this will be a throw for Mendte, not kind of watching Jermina Watnick with the penny off over by the scorer's table. And you see how far back, literally out of the field. That was Nally again, by the way, getting a piece. And now all those substitutes are going to check in, including a goalkeeper change here for Marquette. So it's going to be Mel McNamara, as you see Nally again getting her head on the ball. So this is 0-0 back in goal for Marquette, the freshman out of Bethesda, Maryland. Went to the Academy of the Holy Cross. Trissel looking for Mendte. And now Jermino Watnick and Fernandez Powell will both come in for Georgetown. This will be the first goal kick for Mel McNamara. So Nizelek will come off the field. Having a bit of a conversation there and a big smile on her face as she talked to Dave Nolan, another one of his seniors who's so consistent. Just over 5 minutes remaining in this one. And Carolyn's still out on the field, so it's Carolyn, Fernandez, Powell, and Jermino Watnick up front. But Sophie Fox heading over to the scorer's table to check in. So she will replace Carolyn at the next chance. And a nice clear for the Golden Eagles, looking up ahead to Bombasino. And a throw coming up for Marquette. Not a lot of time remaining in this one. Tied. My apologies. It was a 1-0 at halftime after the goal by Julia Lease, and then Amanda Carolyn with 2 goals in this second half to give Georgetown a lot of insurance to close out this game. And it was just Georgetown doing what Georgetown does, meaning possessing the ball, getting so many set-piece opportunities. The corner kicks as Sophie Fox is going to come out onto the field, and Gia Vicari will check in for the Hoyas. So Carolyn will come off the field. Jermino Watnick will come off the field. A 2-goal day for Amanda Carolyn, number 7 for the Hoyas. And Paula Jermino Watnick as well. How instrumental she was. So this is Carolyn, the big smile on the face of the graduate student. So both teams with a number of substitutes out on the field to close out this one. But you have to give Marquette a lot of credit keeping this one close for quite some time, withstanding so many chances from the Hoyas in this competition, because Georgetown creating so much offense when you think about the number of chances Jermino Watnick and Nally and Lease and of course Carolyn have created on the afternoon so far. It really has been a barrage of offense by Georgetown, really making a statement in their Big East opener. That is Maddie Henry, the goalkeeper for Marquette. Again, when you think about her career and what she has been able to do, as Caitlin Moon in a foot race with Maddie Monticello. Macy Schock with possession over to Yas in the middle of the field. Nice look up ahead to Elena Eckert. Eckert trying to find Shelby Fountain. And it will be a corner kick coming up for Marquette. A nice play by Fountain just out onto the field. The freshman out of Silver Spring, Maryland. As we get another look here, this is Fountain. That is number 11 on your screen. So the corner kick Coming up, that is Weaver. Headed away by Lease. Simon. And now cleared away by Kern. McNamara will come out and send the ball over to Bonnie Lacey. Knocked away by Livingstone. And now Simon getting the ball back into play. Under a minute remaining in this one. As Marquette looking for a chance. And Elite is there for the Hoyas. The first career Big East shutout in her Big East debut. If this result holds, Fernandez Powell to Moon. Moon looking up ahead, looking for Vicari. Vicari possessing the ball as seconds tick off the clock. So the Hoyas, with the bullseye on their back, will come out the winners here today in their Big East opener over Marquette. 3-0, the game winner by Julia Lease, Amanda Carolyn. 2 goals for some insurance. There is number 25 on your screen. What a big goal it was for the freshman to set the tone here today. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with Georgetown head coach Dave Nolan on the Big East Digital Network. Welcome back to Shaw Field. Georgetown, your winners today over Marquette, 3-0. I'm here with Georgetown head coach Dave Nolan. Coach, your team, a bullseye on their back to start out this Big East season. What were you most pleased with about today's win?
Well, I think Marquette and the program they have and the tradition they have and the culture they have, they're a very competitive team. And normally when you play them, you know you're in for a fight. And I don't think today was any different. I was pleased with our kids that they managed to match kind of the energy that Marquette brought, especially on a hot, steamy day. And I felt eventually we broke them down and did the things we wanted to do and scored some goals.
The game winner today scored by Julia Lease. She has been such an impact player as a freshman. Talk a little about that goal.
Yeah, it was a fluke. She shot it and it took a deflection off somebody's shin and just looped up over the goalkeeper. But she was in the right place at the right time to shoot it on the edge of the box. She made a decision to get it on frame, and who's to know if it wouldn't have gone in if it didn't catch a deflection. But that just helped us settle. The goal helped us settle then, and then it kind of put Marquette on the back foot. But no, Julia, she's doing really well.
And another player I want to ask about, Megan Nally. She had the big defensive save in the first half, and then every single one of those set pieces, the corner kick, she finds a way to get her head on the ball.
Yeah, listen, Megan's probably, if not the best defender in the country right now, certainly in the top one. And she does that for us every day in practice, every game. So it just becomes something that you just expect. And if you don't get it, you're kind of like a little bit surprised. But no, she's having a great senior year.
Coach, congratulations on the win. Best of luck in the rest of the Big East.
Thank you.
And that will do it here for us today. Again, Georgetown, your winners over Marquette. We'll see you next time. You've been watching women's soccer on the Big East Digital Network, presented by SoFi.